my channel, my content. My channel, my content. My channel, my content.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Billy. How are you? How's
Good.
everyone in the chat?
Good. I'm doing much better than last week. The headache that that
was rough.
Yeah, I shook it, but I mean, I did it, got through it, survived another day. But yeah, I feel much better. Got a lot of stuff done today. We had everybody in and the rats done, and got a lot of the stuff at the sink, all the tubs and everything that piles up. Got that all done.
Yep.
And did pairing today and some feeding and searching those tubs, waiting for some of these eggs. I got like 70 gravid, so just over, I think 73.
Jeez.
So just, nothing today, but I mean, I could have some now. You never know, right? But,
right.
I just checked those 70 tubs with the black clip, and here you go. Here's one.
Amazing.
I think my record's 5 in one day. So I wonder if I'll ever break that, but we'll see. But 4 in one day and 3 in one day, still good. I'm not complaining.
That's not a bad day.
Not at all. So welcome to Mutations Creations. Did I say Mutations? I did. Mutation Creations. My channel, my content. Oh my God. Might as well have a headache. So I think we're good because no one said anything. Loud and clear. There's Paul. Loud and clear. Thank you, my man. So, number one as well. Not only checking in and giving us the video and mic check, Mr. Caplocks himself, Seraphim Serpent, says, Happy Monday, all. Hope everyone's doing great. Let's get the party started. Justin O, Pressure Python's in the house. What's up? Says, what's up, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great start to a new week. I'm ready for another great show. Come on. Let's go. The trademark, you know what I mean? Let's get ready to rumble. Let's go. Sean, SJS in the house. What's going on? Yes, third ain't bad. And close but no cigar, my man Stan, number 4. How's it going, Billy? And hope all is well. Everyone in the chat, stay looking forward and stay on the grind.
That's
always.
Right.
Try to be positive. Sometimes it's not easy. It's a lot easier to say, just be positive, because some things in life really kick you in the nuts. They take you down, and it's how you deal with it. But and especially I had a call earlier today with somebody, and it's like, if you don't have the stomach or I guess the drive to keep pushing forward when things don't go the way they're supposed to, breeding animals, especially ball python, but animals in general, is definitely not something you want to be into. You put all the work in, doesn't mean you're going to have success. You have success. You could have, issues with the hatchlings. They could get the wrong sex, that you're looking for. You get the opposite. You don't get the genetics that you want to get. I mean, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. Or you don't even get any babies. It's rough. But you got to keep on pushing.
Yep.
So Stan's in the house. Lucky's in the house.
What's up?
Mike's in the house.
What's up, Mike?
Not David, Mike. Shit. Blue Zombie, what's going on?
What's up, fans?
What is going on? Adrian showed up. We got Jen. Hope everyone had a great and productive day. There you go. I had a very productive day. And the next couple of days is going to be even more.
Yep.
What did you do in your productive day, Craig?
I got some business done. I'm trying to buy myself some days off this week. So I've been working really hard trying to get ahead of my, real work so I can have some days off this week. And we did rats today, and we're reconfiguring the rat room. I've come up with a new solution for weans. Currently, we're having a rat explosion, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, don't complain.
No complaints there. I really need it actually. So yeah. So we're having to scale up to meet demand.
Good. There you go. Kevin's in the house. What's up?
What's up,
Sugar
Kev?
Skull. Strange Creations. What's up, my man? B. Luck
What's up, Brian?
is in the house. Who else we got? Oh, North Country off grind. Evening, gents. Billy, what's the process look like to get a snake from you into the States? So I believe we've got April, beginning of May. So second, third week of April, or the very first couple weeks of May. I know that the last time I heard, they were waiting till April the 2nd just to see what's going on with all the tariffs and everything else and things like that. But I do have a shipment that's going to be going out that people have been, buying or waiting since like last November. I do have, I'm working on a shipment also into Europe. I had one supposedly go out last year, but things just didn't work out. And that's the problem because it goes from me to an exporter to an importer, and then the flights and everything else. And everyone's got to be on the same page. And when you leave it to like the end of the year and you don't work and you miss, there's nothing, you got to wait. So at least now we're going to try to do it. If it doesn't work out in April, May, then we also have June, but it's definitely happening. But as far as going into the States, if you see an animal you like, you just hit me up and I'll tell you exactly what the cost is and shipping and everything like that. I send you an invoice. You either pay it in full or make payments because I do payment plans. And I ship just like you would in your own country. You go to a hub because I only ship to a hub, and you pick the animal up at the hub. That's simple. And I've been doing it for many, many years and many times. How many shipments have you got for me? 2 or 3?
3.
3. Yeah, nice and simple. Just go to your FedEx.
Yep.
Follow the instructions when you get the email. You go pick her up when it says, and that easy.
Yep.
Virgil, what's going on? This is a guy here who has an animal coming.
Mm-hmm.
TFN Shauna.
How's it going, Shauna?
Shauna Kana. Is that the same person?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. Ryan from South Bay's in the house. Ken, what's going on?
What's up, Ken?
Happy Mofo Monday. Texas made morphs in the house. Green Line, what's going on, my man?
Hey, man.
How you doing, brother? Who else we got kicking here? Tire Gods. Hello. Constricting Creations, fellow Canadian. Ball Stars in the house. Oh, Bitten by Geckos, Sweden. I believe it's Sweden. Yeah, it is Sweden.
Yeah, Sweden.
Sweden, yep.
Correct.
My Xanthic crested have hid their egg, and I can't find them. I have you in the back. So, yeah, I had my daughter was in today looking, and one of the Chihuahua, she's like, "Oh my God, here's an egg!" But I guess we caught it. We just, but it's that time where they're starting to start spelling them out. So, Zivs Exotics, what's going on? Glad you're here, my man Jason. How you doing? Hit that like button.
What's up, Jason?
Yeah, listen to him. He knows what he's doing. Pete, what's up?
Hey, Pete.
Garden State, how you doing? Anna,
got to hang time with him, and got to hang time with
Tinley,
with Pete and Tinley. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Flat Mountain in the house. Solar Xanos, what's up, my man? Let's see. Oh,
thanks for the visual there, Chad.
I can't even read it. Like I'm
calling my therapist.
Yeah, I think see
911.
I'm gonna need it.
911.
I mean, you got yours on speed dial or some shit. I mean, I think I might need it too. Royal Temptations, what's up? 319's in the house.
What's up, Chris?
And Royal Temptations listening while ultrasounding and taking pics. Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Gus is in the house. Hugh family, what's up? The Morrisons, how you doing, guy?
Yeah.
How you doing, my man? Hope all is well. And the family. Spicy Noodle Exotics. What's going on? NARBC Dallas this weekend. Cool. Everybody going. Have a safe trip and hope it's an awesome expo, whether you're vending or just going and supporting and looking around and meeting up and networking and all that other good stuff. Courtney's in the house. She knows what's going on. Don't forget to hit that like button.
Yep.
Might as well put that up. Might as well do that. Ready? Hit the like button. Do it. Do it. Snakes for the memories. How you doing? What's up, guys?
Hey, guys. So they finally put out their video. It wasn't finally. They put their video out just this last week. So they talked about their growth and how they have a bunch of racks they didn't have, and it's pretty amazing. Check it out on YouTube.
That's awesome. We'll have to do that. North Florida, cold-blooded's in the house. Grim Reaper, the Crazy Canuck, Warrior Garden Exotics. Who else we got? Static Morse in the house. Yeah, well, I mean, from what I hear, they don't even make good peanuts. They're smaller than peanuts. My God. Gotta watch what you say around this guy.
He's like, what? He's what?
Yeah. So, good. I mean, we're actually caught up. See, this is good. We're flying through it now. Like, we're actually getting, like, professionals. So I can take that banner down. Ba-boom. And I'm going to put up the Go for Coco.
There you go.
Go for Coco. So anybody, Snake X popped in. Hello from Minnesota. Mr. George in the house. So yeah, any questions, topics, put into the chat. Anything that you want to talk about, or something that you may be going through, or something happening. Like, hopefully, a lot of people are getting a lot of locks and a lot of clutches dropping soon. I know it's starting to happen here, which is good. Really excited. Here's one. Oh, good evening, sir, Mr.
Hello, Eric.
So Spicy Noodle asks myself or you, do you work with acid?
I work with confusion. So I think it's the same. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I work with confusion and just love it. I love what it does to pattern. I love the contrast. It's just, I love it.
Yeah, I've got a lot of confusion in my lab, my Pied, my Dreamsicle stuff. So, hope to see a lot of that. I've got some of it in Clown. I've got some acid. I sold some of it. But my one that I'm really excited about is I have an acid fire enhancer genetic stripe het clown. And she's looking good. She's looking good. So
awesome. Getting
that into that project. But yeah, I have them both. To me, I think acid's a little different. I mean, than the confusion, but I do see the similarities, but I don't know if they've done the test to make sure that they test the same. But I think they're very similar, but I don't believe they're the same. But I'm not 100%.
Neither has a super form, right?
Not that we know of, and I don't believe so. So, but very close, Dark Desires in the house. Oh, first ovulation from Chad, Richie's Recessive. Blackhead Hypopides, fingers crossed.
Nice.
Oh, this guy made it. What's up, Joe? No, you didn't miss much. Just us going through the top three, and then shout outs to everybody. Waiting on questions and people popping in like usual. So side by side, they look different in my opinion. Yeah, I would say the same. Very similar, but different. I think acid's a little bit more busier. But yeah.
Same vibes though. Same pattern.
Yep.
Disruption.
Pattern distorter. Disruption, distorter. Lots of locks, 2 in the incubator, plenty more to come. There you go.
On.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Phil? Happy Monday. Let's see. Mission Morph's popping in. What's up?
What's up, man?
Let's see. Oh, so RGI. Thanks, Jeremy. RGI has said they are different. There you go. I would, if I had to bet from what I've seen, and there's so many combos when you look, they're so close, but then in other combos, they're so far off. So if I had to bet, I would bet that they aren't the same, even though they're very similar. But if RGI said that they're different, it's a pretty good chance that they are. So Crystal Nicole says, do you have any males who won't breed with a bigger female? Is there any tricks with that? I have some big males that won't breed with small females, and big males and small males that don't breed with certain females. Sometimes when males are smaller, they might not get the hang of it if it's a first-year breeder or someone that, is just new. I like to start pairing my male just at 700 grams or more. That's sort of my threshold now, 700 grams or higher for my male. I've put them in, and sometimes, my females are building follicles. I've ultrasounded them. They're going. Everything's good. I put this male in, and nothing. And then nothing. And then you put them into another female, nothing. I've even had proven breeders in with a female, nothing. Then you put them with another one, lock. Oh, cool. You put them back in, nothing.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird,
But I have noticed that first-time males, when you put them in with, a big female like 4,000 grams, I have noticed there seems to be an intimidation factor there.
Yep. Who else we got? So 319 says, I have a male-female pairing that has locked this season. When I paired last week, the male went nuts like he was put in with another male. Ever see this? So are you 100% that female's a female? Because I've actually had a female that I raised up, and I put a male in, and they locked. And then the second time I put it in and went nuts. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, to the point where it's like, okay, man, this like, you figure out, let them settle in. Yeah. I mean, the rack was starting to shake. Like, that's how much fuck. Jeez. I'm like, holy Christ, And I'm like, oh, just wait. And then like 2-3 minutes later, bam, 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 bam. And then like, okay, like I got to intervene. Like, something's going on. Weird. This isn't right. I went in and I pulled them out, and, and I'm like, let me just check, male. And then I'm pushing. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh shit, it is a male. But I raised that female up for several years, and it turns out it's an actual male because I bought it as a female, and it was very hard to get the hemipenes inverted. And it's funny because the month before, they actually, no noise, they actually locked. I took a picture of them locking. And then the next week, or a month later, when I paired again, total chaos, and I found out that it's a male. So it could be a male, or I have had, I would say 5%, maybe 10% of the time, you put a male in, and it's usually, for me, either at the beginning or the last lock. You put it in, and you sort of hear them sort of like, I don't know if it's the male trying to get on her and she's like, screw off. But you do hear a little bit, but it's very rare, to the point where, I don't even acknowledge it if it happens. I guess it's you hear a little bit of wrestling, and that's about it. But it's very, for me, it's very uncommon. Have you ever experienced anything like that, Craig? Or
Never have. I had a couple short tails that I thought were male and female. When I put them in together, they just went to their opposite corners. So when I talk to blood python breeders, they tell me that's a sign you've got two females, but they would have nothing to do with each other, went to opposite corners. So,
Yeah.
but I've never had them fight.
Yeah. These balls and exotics in the house.
What's up, Dylan?
What's up? So Justin says one of my faves in my collection is acid black pastel granite. There you go. So notice confusions have darker bellies than acids. There you go. See?
Yeah, and when you talk to folks that really focus on confusion, they'll say sometimes they don't even have that belly, but usually you get that cool granity belly, on a confusion. But like Corey DeLong says, sometimes he doesn't get it, but even though it's still a confusion. So
yeah,
depends on the combo, I guess.
So I'm not working with the tornado gene. I don't really know too much about it. I have heard of it. I just haven't really done too much with it. How about you, Craig?
Never have.
John, what's going on, man? Don't be sorry, man. I'm just glad you popped in. Thanks for popping in and supporting us and joining in the chat. Perkins Pythons, what's going on? How you doing? My confusion is the meanest damn snake I own.
Mine don't eat. I mean, they don't eat as well.
Yeah, so my confusion stuff, I've got like a Firefly confusion het lav breeder that's been made into a lot of things. I got a lot of like confusion combo, double het lav pied. This year, I should be able to make confusion, Enchi confusion, blackhead confusion, dreamsicles. So I'm trying to get that. And also GHI, GHI confusion dream.
That's crazy.
I'm hoping, and then I got Enchi and blackhead in the mix as well. So trying to go with those darker genes. And now after, getting them to size after many years, I did some of those pairings 3-4 years ago. Now they're up to size, so I can finally, go after the shot. But I like to see some of those combinations intertwine, and I've got some of my confusion into clown stuff. But I knew a lot of people were doing that. That's why I went to lav and pied, and I did do a bit into clown. So we'll see where it goes. But I know that my confusions weren't that bad. But I did notice, like, they were a little bit picky. But who else? So North Country says, questions for the both of you. If you had to restart your collection today, what is the first project you would get into? Take it away.
Well, the first thing I would do that I didn't do the first time is get into recessives. I think I would get into recessives early, especially double recessives. So for me, if I had to do it today, I'd probably say maybe Desert Ghost and Hypo, or Enhancer and Hypo as a base. But that's the things I did early were by codoms that were not at all rare codoms, and that turned and hets for things that I should have gotten visuals for. So I had to do a complete overhaul of my collection once my knowledge caught up with my collection.
Yeah, so I'm definitely would do double or triple recessive. And the first project I would get into is Enhancer Pied Clown. I got a lot of that. Enhancer Pied Clown Hypo. Ultramel. So, I mean, there's so many. I mean, once we start seeing the stuff come, it's going to be, but I'm gearing up for like, Ultramel, Clown Pies, Hypo Clown Pies, Enhancer Clown Pies, DG Clown Pies, and then mixing those back together. I've got MJ Pie clowns coming, hopefully, Enhancer, MJ Pies, Monsoon MJ Pies, and then eventually just mix them and just like there's no end to it. But you definitely want to have a small and strong collection, and not be in too many projects. But yeah. Let's see. There you go. They found them. Awesome.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, we can all start over. Just for you, Chad. Just for you, buddy. Let's see. So, Ken says, I have a pairing. Sometimes it's smooth. Sometimes it's a fight. I guess the female was in a bad mood. You never know.
Yeah.
Pythonosaur says, I had a female that locked for a whole season, and then the next year would scrap with the same male both times. Turns out she was ultimately a male, even though first season he locked. Yeah, so I've only had that happen that I know once. It might have happened a few times, but it's funny because sometimes when I'm moving up animals or just once in a while, especially ones that I'm really excited about, I'm going to double sex them because, I sex them when they're a baby. I've also sexed them, later on down the road.
Right.
And I've found it's like, oh shit, it's a male, but it's supposed to be a female, but it's a male. Oh my God. Yes. This is actually better for me. And then other times it's like, oh shit, it's a male. Damn, I need a female. Oh man. Like I don't have enough. Yeah. So you should check, because I've checked some females and they pop as females. And then once they get bigger, it's like, what the hell? Or you're not pushing hard enough. And then vice versa too. Right. So, I would definitely, check. And one way I always check is before I ship out an animal, I just triple check that animal to make sure it is what it is. So, what else? MCBR, how you doing?
How's it going, Josh?
Oh, Snake Man Pat.
Hey,
What's
Pat.
up? Level Up's in the house.
Awesome.
So, all my females are big. We got him as a proven breeder, but no luck. So Static says Confusion and Acid here are definitely weird eaters, Craig, more than other genes. Yeah. Oh, Melinda, what's up? Cuddle time in the house. How you doing?
It's been a little while.
Yeah. There you go. My Ultramel Clown project's going to be crazy in the next year or two. Yeah, I love that project. I'm heavily into it as well.
Me too.
Ultramel Kryptons, Ultramel Clowns, Ultramel Clown Pies, Ultramel Cryptic Pies, DG as well in there. So can never have enough, man. It's just you keep going. Sammy, what's up? So Mr. Bull Python himself. Scott's in the house. And all
What's up, Scott?
There we go. My big brother in 2 years is going to be Calico everything.
He's got a lot of Calico. Sammy's got a lot of Calico. Looks really
Calico the world.
Oh, look what Josh says.
Did you pop it up?
Yeah.
It definitely happened in Alabama.
That's when you were talking about.
Yeah.
That's more of a family thing in Alabama.
Exotic World of Geckos. What's up?
How's it going, Tommy?
Jared's in the house. Oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate the care? So if you see Drake in the background, he's just chilling under the flood bulb. I mean, it was my very first one. I just, because he's green, just so cool. I'm just like, wow, look at this little tiny lizard. Looks like a alligator, orange head, super cool. Now he's like 5 feet.
He's huge.
He's amazing. Don't really do much with him. I have 100-gallon water reservoir in there that he go and he'll swim and he'll soak. Sometimes you'll just sit there and you just see his head and his limbs are there and he's just sort of like bobbing. You know what I mean? Like he's just sort of floating on the water. And then usually when he sees you, like he's just chilling when he sees you, he's like in his tail and the fucking water goes everywhere. He spazzes out. I haven't, just like with my tree monitors, I haven't really had the time, nor do I really, I don't really need to go and to handle them unless I have to take them out to inspect something. Drake has all of his digits, all of his toes. There's nothing like that. Heat bulbs, I don't know if you see there, but the heat lamp and the bulbs, they've all got, if he had to go up or move his tail, or if he could, arch himself up, they got that protected Arcadia, I believe it's Arcadia, the mesh covers.
Yeah.
So there's no burns on him. There's nothing like that. He sheds quite well. I feed him, he's spoiled. I feed him shrimp, snails, chicken hearts, and frog legs. That's his main diet. The odd time I'll try to give him the odd fruit, giving him some, like back when he was smaller, some chicks, as well as ASFs. And but as far as everything goes, it's pretty easy to care for. I got a filtration system, and every 3 weeks or so to a month, I clean it all out. Just awesome. I don't really, like I said, I don't handle them as much. Just chills. He'll come down when it's feeding time. Like people like to see when he eats. He'll come down. He's got his little feeding area, and I'll tongue feed him. So I open him up and tongue feed him. Nothing really next level. I've got the UV bulbs and the hot spots, and I don't think it's very difficult, right? For me, I mean, I give it enough space, and he's got enough to bask, to climb. He's got some places to cool. Also, right here, there's a drop so that he can actually go down and go really, get right away from the heat. But just an awesome animal. It's thrived since I've got it. When I got it, it was probably 8 to 10 inches, and now it's 5 feet. Looks awesome, and
I would think the hardest part of the care is just the enclosure, is just the space they need.
Yeah, and that's the third one, right? Like I had them in a bigger, I forget the dimensions, so maybe 36 by 18 by 18 high with a little water res when I first got him. And then he went up to a 5 by 3 by 3. And then now in this like 7 by 6 by 6, so lots of room to move around. And, he definitely, he moves all around that place. You see him usually during the day on this one here. On this one, he'll be lying here during the day. And he's all over. He's very active. But who else we got kicking in? Dwight the Pie Man. Welcome.
How's it going, Dwight?
Want to take this one?
We created a type of gray matter last year, but instead of super black pastel champagne, these were black pastel het red xanthic champagne. Gorgeous snakes. Yeah, that's like the gluten-free recipe version. You substitute HRA for that one dose of black pastel, and I bet you had a lot fewer problems than you can have with super black pastel.
Yeah, Definitely.
That's great. We need to be thinking about those kinds of things for a lot of
Combos.
those combos. Yep. Very creative.
Gamer King, what's going on? Let's see. Lindworm.
Randall from Lindworm Exotics, right on.
Yeah. What's up, everyone? Hope all is good. That like button
True statement.
isn't gonna hit itself.
I mean, it just isn't.
Yeah, shrimp and frog legs. His lizard eats better than I do at times. Yeah, so I fed him this morning 3 shrimp, a jumbo shrimp, 3 chicken hearts, frog legs. So I break them in half. So I give him the small part, and the
Yeah.
funny thing is, if you see chicken legs, man, the little thighs, they're a little meaty. I'm like, holy moly, look at these little muscles.
Yeah.
Pretty cool looking.
Yep.
And then give him some snails as well, but they're basically unshelled. I mean, shelled? No, unshelled. So out of the shell, spoiled. And even with the shrimp, I peel the stuff off. Like, he's just spoiled.
Awesome.
Yeah, spoiled. Graceful, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
GP in the house. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for asking. Damn, Ken, let's go to Billy's house for dinner. That's wild. I didn't know they get that big. Yeah, I mean, he is from head to tail. He's probably 5 feet, from head to tail. His tail's probably 2 feet, 2.5 feet. Like, you can actually see where his head's here, right? And then he goes this way. And then you actually see the tail going over the log. Like, he's long. So, let's see. Yeah, so all caught up. So, what's going on with Epic?
Oh man, it's crazy. It's in less than 2 weeks. So we've been really scrambling to get everything ready. We've announced the keynote speaker is Josh from Josh's Frogs. And he's going to have a pretty inspiring message to finish it all out. There's been a few frequently asked questions, which I'm going to address in a video tomorrow. One of them is this an in-person event? And the answer is no. It's actually a live event that is virtual. So you log in and watch it. And the other thing I hear a lot is this going to be on YouTube? And the answer to that is no. You have to go to epic.live and register and then log in to watch it. So definitely go to epic.live, reserve your seat, register, and then when it comes time a week from Friday to watch it, then you just log into that same site and then you can watch it live. The other question is are there a lot of, what if I miss some of these sessions? There's so many sessions going on at once, you're going to miss a bunch. So can I go back and watch the ones I missed? And the answer is yes. As soon as the session is over, you'll be able to go and watch it. So if you just wanted to watch all first sessions, you could watch it and then go watch another one and another one. So, and if you miss the event entirely, because it's in the middle of the night for you where you are in the world, you can log in later and watch them all. So, another question I get is how much does it cost? And it's totally free. Because we have amazing sponsors: Redline, Pangea, Reptile Basics, Chewy, Palm Street.
Yeah.
So that's been the big thing, getting ready for it. Can't believe it's coming in less than 2 weeks.
That's awesome. Eric says, how to keep your animals from becoming jewelry at expos? Okay, can you elaborate on that a little? So do you mean if somebody buys an animal from you and then starts sporting it like it's a scarf and walking around all day, or having it on its wrist, on the wrist, is that what you're meaning? Or
Probably the best, one of the best policies that Bob has at his Southeast Reptile Expo is you cannot bring an animal in from
Correct.
the outside, because who needs that vector for mites or whatever, any sort of nido or whatever. So from that standpoint, I really think people should keep them in the bag or the deli cup or whatever you bought them in, just so everybody's not
possibly affected.
Possibly affected. Yep. Just from a biosecurity standpoint.
I see you're wearing a Chris Hernan hat.
This is true.
I see it.
Also, Capital City, ball pythons, the best, no slack.
Oh, yeah, Capital City, baby. And I'm rocking full throttle. Look at that.
Oh, right on.
And she's definitely not slacking.
There you go.
Damn. Shout out to Alyssa. And I saw her daughter, I guess, starting to do some of the videos with her, which is really cool to see. Oh, they buy it and they have it on their wrists hours later. So, I mean, it's just something you got to, once they buy that animal, I mean, they're going to do what they want. I would say, hey, you know what? I recommend when you buy this animal, instead of taking it out here, I would prefer, it's better for you and for your animal, to keep it in the container, take it home, and don't get it, sort of, because you never know what else could be at this event, or other people walking around, or, going to, every single vendor to look at animals and touch animals, or vice versa. You just sort of say, hey, you know what? Because this animal, it's probably best for the animal not to be taken out, get it home, take precautions for this reason, and this reason. Once it's home, it'll get comfortable and let it explore its new enclosure and get comfortable, and then, try to make it that way. But people are going to do what they fucking want to do anyways. I mean, that's
what I do is I explain to people that there's actually kind of a COVID for reptiles, and they should keep their reptile put away until they leave. Just because we're in a place full of reptiles, and if you say COVID for reptiles, it just sort of gives them a little bit of context.
Like Gamer King, yeah, I mean it's tough because you can tell somebody what you believe they should do, and whether they do it or not. I mean, you would hope they would take your advice. And like, if you think about it, you don't want to have an animal that you just got. It's already stressed out. Now you're going to stress it out, walking around a show with thousands of people. And, oh, can I look at it? Can I see it? Oh, what's that? And like,
yeah.
If you really need attention that bad, don't use fucking animals to do it. Like, get a life or do something. Join a hobby group that doesn't include animals. I don't know. Like, join a book club. Fuck. I don't know. Oh, look at this. What's up? Got a huge opportunity to build and run a pet shop. Not sure about it, but miss 100% of the shots. But you miss 100% of the shots. Yeah, that is... to build and run a pet shop.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I know it's a lot of work. It could be very, beneficial, but it also could, drive you crazy. I know here I was going to turn the front here into a retail store. I don't have time to have people come in and answer questions and can I look at this? Can I look at that? And that, I thought it'd be great because I could generate more funds and bring more people in because I have stuff. But there's also other stores that I support and send people to me and I send them so I send people to them. Yeah, so you really got to look because once you open up a store, as soon as that door opens till the time it closes, you've got to be there. And I've got more important things to do than have that or pay somebody to sit and run the front and always stock inventory. It's a different game. I was going to do it. I'm glad I didn't. So, but if you have a shot and it's something that you want to do and have a passion for, man, by all means, man, get her done.
I'm a former retail executive, and the one piece of advice I'd give you is location. I mean, it's make sure you've got people driving by and make sure you've got other power around you. By power, I mean a grocery store, something where people have to go every day, or a Target or something like that. You need to, when you're a small specialty retail shop, you really need other people's foot traffic. So yeah, that's my one piece of advice. Oh, I guess another piece of advice: if you're buying hard goods, see if you can make your first order. Just limit your capital exposure by making sure it's returnable, because you may have a lot of cages and stuff you want to buy, and that people will buy, but you want to cover yourself just in case that cage isn't popular as you think it is, and make sure it's returnable.
You don't want to die in debt in inventory.
Yep. How's it going, Nikki?
What's up? Luke knows. Smash that like button.
Let's go.
Location and capital.
Yep. It just really matters. Sometimes we get in these we kind of think that people will drive miles and miles to see us because look how far we'll drive for a reptile expo.
Yeah.
But it's really how many times do I have to see your shop before I go into it is the question. And so you really need to be where the people are.
Yeah. And like I said, for myself, knowing that I'd have to dedicate so much time or I don't mind answering questions and stuff, but it's not on a daily, hourly basis. And, it's just something that I just decided not to do, which I'm glad. But, it all depends on what you want to do and, your passion and desires. What's up, Nick? What's going on?
Good to see you, Nick.
You got anything going on tonight?
We are just, we're reconfiguring stuff. Like I said, we're working on the rodent room. I am really needing to redouble my efforts there. So I'm going to build out a couple bins that have water feeders in them. And I've got some construction projects. I got to make a couple food feeders. So that's what we're up to. And then I have to do a bunch of stuff on Epic tonight.
Yeah. Myself, I got a few other things I got to do in the back. And then I'm going to watch some TV, man. Just unwind a little. I've been going since like 6:30, 7 a.m. this morning, nonstop. Got a lot of stuff done. Very productive, which is good. Yeah, it would have been better if I had a few tubs opened up with pearly whites in them. So maybe tomorrow I'll have a lot more. Lindsay, what's up? Pico Python's in the
Lindsay.
house. How you doing? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, but besides that, this week, a lot of, very productive here, getting a lot of stuff done. There is an expo this coming Sunday here. I don't know if I don't know if I want to do it, but I'm probably going to have a sale here Sunday anyways, where if people want to come by after the show or, before the show or expo, I'm only 15, 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
There's a lot of animals that I just want to move. So, I've got some geckos for sale as well. Really trying to downsize and get in that mode for, moving. So sold some enclosures today. I got to list some more stuff. I've been pricing stuff out. So that's one thing that, moving forward with all the new clutches this year, I'm going to have them priced and know if they're for sale. I'm going to have them priced immediately and posted, not wait for, forever to get done, or, let's do, 30 clutches and put them into HUSBANDRY.PRO now because you have time. Why don't you just do 3 a week? You know what I mean? Instead of waiting 5 months later to do them all. It's such a pain in the ass. Like, I really got to be more structured.
So you are the expo.
Yeah.
Basically right now. Another thing about the retail thing I just remembered. You want to, if you're going to do something where you're going to go into pet retail or any kind of retail, you want to make sure that your rent is a small portion of your income.
Overhead. Yeah.
Yeah. You try to keep it for sure under 20% of expected sales, which is tough to do. But these days, retailers having a hard time. So it's easy to find cheap retail space. And your number, even if you're just going into this as a mom and pop, I guarantee your number one expense will be labor. And you don't realize it will be, but it will be, because you just can't be there all hours of the day. And, I was talking to Ed and Emily from Snake Discovery the other day, and they have over 30 employees. I think they said 33 employees or something like that. Now they do a lot of mail order, and they have a very big business because they are a huge brand. But don't discount the amount of help you'll need in terms of labor.
Definitely. What's up, Alex? Chroma Flux in the house. Snake Loop. Reptiles. David, what's up? So hearing Billy say that, I'd stop at his place before the show, probably make a better investment at MC for sure. TF, what's going on? Oh my, there it is. What's up, peeps? How you doing? Thank you, Bitten by Geckos. Let's see. Oh, wow. This Sunday, 12-year-old gets her tarantula.
All right. I've been learning more about tarantulas.
Yeah, they're cool. I had a lot of them, but just, I got to stay focused. And that's the thing too, I needed to get unfocused just to get through a lot of things. And now it's time to get back on that streamlined focus. So, especially, looking and moving to, another location, want to be streamlined and have certain things on the go and, stick to it. So it'll take from my 9 to 5 and pay me more to work at the shop, more time to grind on my collection and feeder frenzy, which will supply the shop. But I have to remember I'm only, one person.
Yeah, you definitely will need help. I believe that everybody needs help, because you're going to need to go on vacation. And what if you get hurt? You need someone trained up in how to care for your animals and how to care for your rats. How's it going, Gloria Jean? Welcome.
Welcome.
It's the amount of freedom you can have by just being able to get out of town for a weekend is amazing. But like in my case, where I was laid up for 2 months, I was sure glad I had assistants trained up.
Alex says none of us wanted to open the tarantula cages. Yeah, most of the time I let a Lion or Austin clean them. You know.
Oh yeah, how's it going, ChromaFlux?
What's up, King Reptiles? How you guys all doing? Yeah, the reason why I'm yawning is because I've been nonstop. You know, I've been getting up at like 6:30, and then nonstop. So, I actually had a monster the other day, and I forget how I felt. I don't even know if it gave me that jolt like I used to get. But you know, plus I'm getting old. Shit, I'm 55 next month. Like 3 weeks, I'm 55. The big 5'5". So, but yeah. I mean, this stuff here, I mean, at least, you know, like I said, it was a year before I had a monster. I've had like 2 or 3, say within the last month or so. But yeah, a year without it, where I'd have 1 or 2 a day for 3 or 4 years. It's pretty crazy. I do have maybe a coffee a day. I have my Nespresso flavored coffees I don't put any sugar in, but I do have those flavored, yummy flavored creamers. So, you know, but yeah, I'm getting tired a lot sooner, but I'm getting up earlier. So, let's see. You ain't that old. Old is when you get that senior. I get a senior discount this year, 55.
Really?
Yeah. Some stores here have senior discount 55.
Jeez.
Yeah. So you never know. So, but yeah. No, one thing that you know, my goal for 2025 is buy a new location. You know, move everything, be very streamlined in certain projects. A lot of the stuff like, you know, the lizards and you know, the geckos I'm moving out of. I definitely just want to stick with the ball pythons and the boas. You know, the retic, super dwarf retics. You know, I've got that investment, and they're going to Austin's facility. They're here now, but they'll be going to Austin, so he'll be working with those. And you know, I've got a few things that I want to, you know, just sort of move away from, and just because even when I move, my daughter now comes in twice a week to give me a hand with the gecko. She was in here earlier today, and she'll be in Friday. So, you know, at the new place, I won't have her because it'll be about 2 hours away from here. So, and plus where I'm going, you know, here it's so local that I can always pick up like bugs and crickets and stuff like that. The Pangea, you can, you know, I always have. You just go to the fridge and make your scoop. But as far as bugs go, I don't want to have to run out and go to the nearest pet store to pick up. And, you know, being a few hours out of town, like the closest pet store for me would be like an hour away. And I don't really want to do that every week to, you know, so go back to what, you know, focus to what I like, and downsizing. And one thing I'm going to end up doing is once I, you know, move, I'm going to be renovating, you know, the upstairs, and, you know, got a lot of shit to do. So
one thing that I've been thinking of a lot this past couple weeks has been how much, and this gets to what Eric's talking about. Dreams are built one brick at a time. We're winning and learning. Yes, but sometimes it's built 10 bricks at a time when you least expect it. And so one of the things, see you.
Bye,
Have
Alex.
Fun. So yeah, what I mean is, last Saturday on Sophisticated Ignorance, there was a good topic of discussion, and that was, how do you keep your infrastructure ahead of your growth curve, and when to buy infrastructure and when to overbuy. And my philosophy has been to have at least 25 or 30% of my bins free for growth, because you never know when you're going to have an opportunity to bring in a group of animals. You never know if you're going to need to help someone who needs to move, or like in Florida, people had floods last year, and the people that were able to help were people that had room in their racks. And I think it's really important to stay ahead, and I'm glad, because I have an opportunity to bring a bunch of animals into my collection, and I have 50 locations open, so it was a good idea to overbuild your capacity, and then as soon as they're full, I have to buy another rack, because I have no space to grow.
Yeah, it's easier said than done, especially after each year.
No doubt.
Holdbacks.
At some point, but I'm still early in this in the game where I'm needing to make holdbacks, and I'm sure I'll be thinking the other way in a few years, that I need to downsize.
What's going on? Wolfgeist in the house. No, probably more towards like past London. I'm looking at the Chatham, Kent area, but not right into Chatham. It's a couple small towns. Ridgeway, Highgate, in that little community. So heading that way towards Detroit, baby. I saw that. AMP, what's up? So King Reptiles, what would be a good to pair to a pastel DG het krypton female? Well, it depends what you have. I mean, it's one of those loaded questions where, what would be good? A DG clown pied.
Yeah. Minimum of a DG clown would be great with that, because you can make lots of things with that.
Right. So minimum, like if you don't have, a DG clown, definitely clown. Everything would, a clown, visual clown for sure. DG clown would be better. A combo DG clown would be next. Or if you had to, minimum a clown het DG.
Now, you say het krypton, you really mean het cryptic and het clown, right? Is that what you mean? Or do you just mean...
So
if it's just het cryptic, it's a different thing, right?
Yeah, but no, so you shouldn't say... So krypton... Yeah, so that's why it's so confusing, because, when people put out like, oh, it's a quad het. It's not a quad het, it's a triple het, but it's an allelic... Yeah, it's really weird. So... the way to word this properly, in my opinion, would be pastel DG krypton, or pastel DG.
Het cryptic.
No, you can't put double het cryptic.
Yeah, no,
because it's not. Yeah, so you can't. I don't think, unless you do. No, because it's not double het. Yeah, so the only way to really word this is pastel DG krypton, which basically it's a pastel desert ghost, het cryptic, and het clown, but it'll only pass on one of them. So yeah, it's really weird.
But if that is what you have, then with a DG clown, you can make clowns and DG clowns and DG kryptons.
Correct. And to me, that would be the best, because if you were to breed a visual cryptic to this, you're going to get cryptics, kryptons, and you're not going to know the difference between cryptics and kryptons.
Yeah.
You know, at least I haven't been able to tell the difference.
But it is so
Yeah, there's a
confusing that
better way. Yeah.
I think, yeah, exactly. That's a good way to say
But I
it.
don't like when a double het allelic cryptic clown, because it's not really a double het. It is, but it's not, because it doesn't act like a double het. It acts like a het. It only passes on a het cryptic or a het clown. You know, so
That's why I'm super careful in morph market listings for Kryptons.
Yeah, so that's why
it's very confusing.
It is. So, I don't like when because it's not a true double het. It's an allelic double. It's an allelic het.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. So basically, you're going to get het clown or het cryptic. That's it.
A true double het would allow you to have both of them.
Yes.
Not one or the other.
So that's why it's really strange and weird. Yeah. I mean, it's. So with me, I kind of keep all my cryptics to cryptics and my kryptons to visual clowns only. So I can only make clowns and more kryptons. And all my cryptic stuff stays with cryptic.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And if I want to put cryptic into clown, I make more kryptons. That's simple.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's not that easy. It's that one thing. It's like, oh man, this is stressing me out. Like the male maker, female maker, banana whole thing. Like, yeah. It's one of those things. One of those things. Hit the like button.
What do you think of this idea from Jeremy? White lace DG clown.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, I you know.
My only lace animal, you can't see it because it's an ivory lace. so you can't see the lace.
What's going on? So Ryan says, if I had a pastel DG Krypton and no male to go to her, I would find a stacked visual male DG with a few codoms who was het clown and hypo. Yeah, so I would rather have a visual stacked clown, right? Because when you breed that, because if not, you're gonna have to test for everything. So even het clown, if it was a het clown, you're not always gonna get clowns, and you're not always gonna get, you know, you're 1 in 4 to hit a clown, and you're 1 in 4 to hit a krypton. So everything is 66 possible or 50%, and then you got to test for everything. If I had to pick one recessive to go to that, it would be a clown, because then that way everything's 100% DG. And I everything would either be clown or krypton. That's simple. That's what I would do. Yeah, and then that's another thing too. That's the cheapest. Would be minimum clown het DG is what I would do. Minimum clown het DG. But I would get a stacked clown het DG for sure. So it's an allelic. So it's visual and only makes cryptic and clown, or both. No, it only makes. So it's allelic. So if you breed a krypton to a normal, okay, everything's normal, except it's a het clown or a het cryptic. So you can make normals, but they're not really. So they'll be normal looking. But every normal looking animal will either, you have to be het clown or het cryptic, and you'd have to go and test for that. So, that'd be another one. Yeah. Like getting pied, like a DG clown pie would be amazing, but clown pied het DG. Yeah. So, you know, so I actually think it is het cryptic. Well, what makes you think it's het cryptic? Because here's the thing. If it's a krypton, you can visually see it. If it's a het cryptic, it's just going to look like a desert ghost. Okay, so here's the thing. Het cryptics You cannot see what a het cryptic looks like. There's no visual. It's just het cryptic. Okay. If it looks like a krypton, or I mean, if it looks like a visual cryptic, then it's an actual krypton. Hello from Germany. What's going on? No. They're all hets. So watch. If you have a krypton, right? If you have a krypton.
Yeah, that's you got it right.
No normal, none hets. They're all hets.
Oh, yeah, right. They're all hets. Yeah.
Everything's het.
No normals without hets. That's what he meant. He meant like normal. Yeah.
Okay. So, no. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So it's easy to tell. If you have a cryptic, you either breed at the cryptic only or breed at the clown. If you have a krypton, only breed at the clown. Because if you breed a cryptic to a krypton, you're going to get cryptics and kryptons. And believe me, I've done it. And I've got a whole bunch. And
They'll
if you
all
see,
look the same.
They all look the same. And I have them as pastel, yellow belly, desert ghost, cryptic, or kryptons. If it's a visual cryptic, yeah. And I got to eat it, right?
You have to go test for everything for clown to see which ones are actually kryptons and which ones are cryptics. Cheapest way to do that is to test for clown.
So if it just looks like a pastel DG, it's not a krypton. It could be het cryptic depending if the one of the parents was a visual cryptic. So,
but yes, you're right, David. Never both. Unless you get one from the other animal that you're pairing with. You can get krypton and cryptic you can get het cryptic and het clown in the same animal as long as they come from separate parents.
Correct. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I am going to put this up right now. We'll go. We got another, say, 15 minutes or so, unless you guys don't have any more questions. But thank you for being part of tonight's live with hanging out with myself and Craig and the awesome people in the chat, and the continued love and support. So a DG het cryptic to a cryptic het DG. Then everything you make, yeah, you're 1 and 4 to hit the DG cryptic. And you're 1 and 2 to make a DG, and 1 and 2 to make a cryptic, and everything will be 100% of the other.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's your best bet. But if you can't have a krypton if it doesn't look like a cryptic. Like I got a ton of them. And I'm growing them all up for different projects, different areas. You know, never know. But besides that, keep putting a couple. Oh my God. You know, I'm tired when, you know.
Have you had your unicity today, Billy?
Yeah, it's my second one.
See, there you go.
I have one. So I wake up at 6:30. I usually make my first unicity around 7:30, and I drink that, over a good couple hours. And then, at 11:30, 12, I have my first meal of the day. So I don't really know much about it, So
I don't either. Thoughts on the shredder gene? I don't really know.
I'm trying to really just take my collection to another level with genes that I know work and that are there, that are popular, that I know what works with and what's not. I don't want to sit there and fiddle with new stuff and take up rack space to try to figure stuff out and hold more stuff back. I'm done with that. Like, now I just want to just full throttle, baby. It depends on your preference. I've got a lot of like super enchy hypo rainbow stuff. I don't know. It's one of those things where I got out of my rainbow stuff. I got a few projects with Austin. I'm just sticking, like, there's so much stuff that looks the same. I'm not sticking with it all. I'm sticking with ultramel and lavender. Everything else is gone. I got a little bit of albino into certain projects, but rainbow and other things like that, I just, but, it is.
It's getting close. Week from Friday.
But yeah, I gotta start getting up, and that's another thing too. It's because I'm sitting still. What? Paul. Fucking Paul. What's going on, beautiful people? Oh, it's Sweet Home Alabama.
Hey, right on, Raphael. It's great.
But yeah, that's another thing too. When I'm moving around and my blood's flowing and I'm moving and doing stuff, I got energy. When I'm just sitting here, it's almost like, I'm recharging and I'm, once I get up, start moving around and doing stuff, take the puppy for a walk. There's Cleo. Hey, sleepy girl. Hey, sleepy. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi, Cleo. Hi, baby girl. Yeah, we're going to go for a walk soon. That's my baby right there. I love her so much, man. It's crazy how much I love her. She's like my child.
Let's run the Epic ad here for
Do
a second. Okay. It's called Epic, the Exotic Pet Industry Conference, and it's free to register at epic.live. Epic is over 20 special guests across 16 sessions covering industry trends, marketing, branding, podcasting, and YouTube. Epic is for pet keepers and breeders. It's for gecko and invert lovers. It's for snake and spider lovers. Epic is for anyone who enjoys these amazing animals. Did I mention it's free? Register now at epic.live. And that's featuring Billy Rose, who's going to be one of our presenters, talking about selling ball pythons in 2025. What does it mean in this environment? The way the business is evolving. What can we do to stand out, and what can we do to kind of do next level marketing in 2025 for ball pythons? So looking forward to what you have to share on that, Billy.
Awesome. Here's a so if a female ball python's body isn't physically ready to breed, why would she be bull wrapping and building follicles? She's new to me and a bit under weight for her age. Do they not realize that? So depending on her age, right? I mean, if she's at least 16 to 18 months old, her body will go through and build follicles. I've seen females build as low as, 12, 13 months old. Okay. Just because, and when you say she's bull wrapping and building follicles, are you building, are you palpating to feel the follicles, or are you ultrasounding to see that she's building follicles? Because just because an animal bull wraps does not mean they're building follicles. Okay. So many people think, oh, it's bull wrapping. It's bull wrapping. It's, well, she just laid 3 months ago. I got animals that laid a month ago that are bull wrapping after they eat, or they're just trying to do different things. I'm not 100,000% sure that bull wrapping is only for building follicles. So you felt them. Okay. So a female, I would say, because I have some, because people are like, oh, what age? If I have a female that's 1,100 grams, that's 18 months old, and eating regularly and building follicles, I pair them. That's what I do. I just got 5 eggs, 7 eggs. Once they lay, they're 750 grams, 800 grams, but they gave me 5 to 7 eggs, right?
But when you bred them, they were more like, what, 1,200?
Yeah, they were like 1,200 grams, right? Because they wouldn't be moved into my adult room unless they're that size. Mm-hmm. So once they're there, I give them bigger meals, and I try to get them on that breeding room cycle. And then anything in there, we ultrasound. So if a female's in my room, I know she's in the adult room. I know she's at least 18 months old. I know she's at least 1,200 grams. And if the ultrasound says that she is building follicles and I look and she's constantly eating, I pair that female. Most people say, oh, you got to wait till at least 3 years old and 1,500 grams. Well, I used to believe in that, and I used to do that. And I get way better results doing what I do now. If you want to wait and get your females up to 2,000 grams at year 3 and year 4 to first breed, fantastic. You do what you want with your animals. All I'm saying is, in the wild, they don't card each other or ask what your weight is or what your age is. If a female is building follicles and a male breeds her, she will probably get gravid and lay eggs. So that's what I do. Now, if a female is really not physically ready to breed because she is very thin or she isn't, very good, consistent eater, I wouldn't pair her, because I've done that where, you put a male into a female, and then once she, they lock, she'll bounce back and she'll just start eating food. No, I didn't have a good experience with many females. And guess what that female did? Laid a bunch of slugs and still didn't eat. So guess what? Now she's in worse shape than she was when I put that fucking male in to get her to start eating. So now if I look and she's building follicles and she is not a good eater, I do not pair her. I would rather wait for her, because I'm going to roll the dice and go, hope I don't get slugs, or I'm got slugs, and she's in worse shape. And now I'm a year behind, because if I didn't breed her, I would have 3-4 months of me continuing to put food in her, and then a whole next 6 months until she starts her cycle again. So for me, if a female is not eating, I do not fucking pair her. And underfeeding is just as bad as overfeeding. People think, I got to jam them full of food. No, you don't. In the wild, they're lucky to get fucking 12 meals a year, but we're trying to jam 56 meals into them. Doesn't make sense. I like to get at least 20 meals into my breeder females before, or less before they breed. And I'm breeding them every fucking year. And I'm getting, my average right now, I think, is 7. So, felt them. Sorry. Good night, Paul. Oh, Boyd's or Us. What's up? So yeah, my majority of my business is in the US. I do have a lot of good customers here in Canada. But the majority of what I want to start producing, the high-end stuff, it's all usually states bound. I would say 90% of my sales are to the US. And I think it's going to stay that way. So Florida born. What's up, Alex?
Hey, Alex.
Oh, you're very welcome. So if a female isn't eating, and like I said, like I've never been to Africa. I've never been in the wild to see, but I guarantee you're not going to see breeding females in the shape that ours are. You know, you're not going to have females that are laying eggs that are getting fucking weekly or biweekly proper size nutrition meals. You know, KBC in the house.
How's it going?
So there we go. David from Join Reptiles says, I had a 1,500 gram females having 6 eggs, no slugs, and I've had 1,900 grams give me 2 eggs and 6 slugs.
True.
Yeah, it could be that the condition of the animal, the environment, the male being used, the amount of sperm, when you bred them. There's a lot of things, you know. And I still think we're learning
mechanical.
more. Yeah, and I still think we're learning more. I think we're still not doing things. There's still things that we're missing. We're not doing exactly, and
Yep.
And if people are doing it out there, they're like, "Oh shit, I got the magic formula. I ain't telling anybody." They're still doing okay, but I got the fucking pure recipe. You're like KFC hiding those secret ingredients. I don't blame you. You know.
If anyone tells you they have it, though, don't believe them.
What's up, guys? Yeah, so we're you just popped in to say hello, so we can say goodbye. So we'll do our outro like always. Thanks, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Keep being productive. Keep your chin up. Keep doing what you're doing, what you love. And we'll see you guys next week. Yeah, for Patreon, we're going to have our very first Q&A on Friday night in a Zoom call. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm going to be booking, not this Wednesday, a week this Wednesday, our very first Patreon spotlight, breeder spotlight. So I'm going to start doing that every 2 weeks, bringing someone in and finding more about them, what they're into and what projects they're in.
Nice.
So yeah, I think it'll be cool. No worries, man. Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do. I got to appreciate the grind. I'm just glad you popped in to say hello. You're very welcome. And let's just do the outro. And we will talk soon, Mr. Craig.
Talk to you soon, Billy.
And everybody have a amazing week. And see you soon.
My channel, my content, I'm the man with the Morse. Billy Rose in the house,
Craig.
breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Yo, it's Billy Rose,
and Craig.
From the heart of Canada, where the pythons prevail. Got the rack stack high, morphs that'll make you smile. From clowns to ultra males, I'm running this reptile now. Started from the bottom, now collections elite. Feeding ASF, every snake gets a treat with the community tight. I'm the breeder you seek. Mutation, creation, every day of the week. Social media buzzing, see the followers grow. On YouTube, Instagram, watch the Billy Rose show. The hats into the giants, got the genetics unlocked. In the reptile game, I'm the TikTok of the clock. Channel my content, I'm the man with the Morse. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Gold scissors in hand, cutting clutches with flair. Repping Toronto, Canada,
you know I'm there. I like that. Gold scissors in hand. Gotta have the gold scissors, baby. But be good. Thank you, guys. And see you next week.
Bye-bye.
You too, and Cleo. She's back sleeping. Pretty much.